And there's a protest that we are breaking out to and going across to. There's a Yuva Morcha protest against Congress leader Rahul Gandhi. They're demanding an apology from Rahul Gandhi over his comment on Veer Savarkar. So the latest visuals of that protest coming on our screen as a protest breaks out after comments had been made against Veer Savarkar. The police complaint had also been marked after Rahul Gandhi's comments over Savarkar. He had allegedly made derogatory remarks against freedom fighter Veer Savarkar. I want to go across to my colleague Niranjan, who's joining us now. Niranjan, a complaint filed in the Thane Nagar police station stating sentiments of local citizens are hurt. And now we can see a protest in Mumbai that has broken out.
Well, Rhythm, we had to cut to these visuals because we get a sense that the story is going to escalate today because yesterday Rahul Gandhi made a very controversial comment against Veer Savarkar. And these are pictures that are coming in of the protest that took place this morning. And essentially what has happened is Rahul Gandhi yesterday, in an attempt to target Veer Savarkar, showed a few documents where Veer Savarkar had signed off a letter to the British. And like write letters, you sign off, right? You write yours sincerely. Or your best regards. So, back in the day, during the British rule, your obedient servant or something to that effect was what he had signed off. That is, Veer Savarkar had signed off like that in a letter that he had written to the British, which is a very silly issue, by the way, to firstly pick up and then call him a servant of the British because it was a sign-off of Veer Savarkar in a letter saying that your obedient servant, Veer Savarkar, etc. So, he made that, comment. He showed that letter. And all of yesterday, we've seen the complaints that have come in from Veer Savarkar's family. The BJP has attacked, Rahul Gandhi. Shiv Sena, both factions, both the Shinde faction and even the Uddhav Thackeray faction has said that they will not tolerate any attack on Veer Savarkar. And today we are hearing that the MNS is also going to go and protest in Shegaon, where Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Yatra will be. So today is going to be a very interesting day politically because they're going to sort of try and target him. Target the rally of Rahul Gandhi, the Bharat Jodo Yatra. That's what we are hearing. And the story is likely to escalate. And I think every party in Maharashtra, maybe even the Congress party, is embarrassed with what Rahul Gandhi has said. Because in Maharashtra, Veer Savarkar and across India, Veer Savarkar is an icon. He's a freedom hero. And this pattern to attacking Veer Savarkar has gone on for too long. Because even someone like a Sanjay Raut, for example, who's part of the Mahavikas Aghadi, he said that they will not tolerate any comment like this, adding that such comments by Rahul Gandhi will also create, friction in the Mahavikas Aghadi. So, back-to-back comments coming in, back-to-back protests. In fact, yesterday the grandson of Veer Savarkar, Ranjit Savarkar, also went to the police. He filed a complaint, and there was an FIR also lodged. We were told we will have to get a check on that. But this comment, which many people feel was needless, in fact, the words of Ranjit Savarkar, the grandson of Veer Savarkar, said it's such a stupid issue to pick up. Those were his exact words. He said it's the height of stupidity to take a sign-off of a letter to call Veer Savarkar a servant of the British. And I think it was a very needless comment because even otherwise Rahul Gandhi was getting support from his MBA allies, including the Uddhav Thackeray faction and NCP and just the usual handful of people who sort of support him on Twitter, walked with him. So the family says he wasn't getting much traction in the Bharat Jodo Yatra, and that's why he made this comment. Nonetheless, he's got brickbats. He's getting condemned across the board, even from his own allies. I'm not sure the NCP has said anything yet, but even the NCP will realize that this is a controversial issue, something that they won't want to burn their hands with. The Congress party as well. Several leaders have gone silent. State leaders, at least, are completely silent on this issue. And today, this is going to be one of our big stories because. You've heard Devendra Fadnavis, heard Uddhav Thackeray, you heard Eknath Shinde. Across the board, MNS is also on the same page. So most parties in Maharashtra are on the same page on this one. And this is something that they could have avoided. An insult to India's freedom icon is not something that's going to go down well.
Absolutely. And like you've said, these are shocking comments that are coming from Rahul Gandhi, massive outrage. And Niranjan, the one thing they need to remember when they're talking about Veer Savarkar and freedom fighters is that these kind of letters that they're putting out is only going to rake more controversy. It's only going to be hurting the sentiments of Indians. So in a democracy, to be stating such things seems to be completely blasphemous, and we have to see what's going to happen. I'm also going to try and go across to reactions that should be coming coming on the story. If we're also trying to get informed reactions. But Niranjan, one more question to you. These statements have been made. There is a protest that is broken out. There is also we can see the visuals on the screen of the protest. You said this is going to escalate further. What could possibly happening through the day today?
Well, we are hearing from the Emirates that, a team is already heading to Shegaon. So Shegaon is where the yatra of Rahul Gandhi is going to continue today. So they are on the offensive. They are going to sort of try and confront him there where the Bharat Jodo Yatra is going to happen. They think they're going to show black flags. They will protest. So there is going to be a showdown for sure, Rhythm. Because politically, and let me tell you that even the Uddhav Thackeray faction has taken...
Only going to interrupt you for a minute because I'm joined by BJP leader Ram Kadam, Niranjan on the phone line. Mr. Kadam, we're seeing today protests breaking out after blasphemous comments on Savarkar by Rahul Gandhi of the Congress party. What action is going to be taken when sentiments of Indians are being hurt by him?
See, Mr. Rahul Gandhi has been insulting our freedom fighters, Swatantraveer Savarkar, time and again. And intentionally, he has been indulging into this, just to hog limelight, or I don't know what his intentions are. But this is extremely deplorable. He should read his grandmother's letter, where Mrs. Indira Gandhi had mentioned that Savarkar's sacrifice for this country cannot forget. Then when he doesn't know the history, then he should go and read the history better. Without knowing the history, he has been again and again insulting Savarkar. This is extremely deplorable. Will not accept it at all. He has to come forward and apologize. This is the point number one. Point number two, what about Uddhav Thackeray? The person who is insulting Savarkar, Mr. Aditya Thackeray, is hugging them. What is this nonsense? When late Balasaheb Thackeray, he himself was annoyed when Manishankar Iyer passed such kind of a derogatory comments against Savarkar. That time he came forward and he reacted. But the same time, just for a power blinded, Mr. Uddhav Thackeray is not saying anything at all.
Absolutely. And, there are two things that Mr. Ram Kadam, you've said. This is intentional. We've seen several times that Rahul Gandhi has been intentionally going after freedom fighters and Veer Savarkar. An apology is definitely needed. But what sort of a strategy is this? And how can a strategy be anything based on insults and besmirching of the image of our freedom fighters?
See, I'll tell you one thing. As the entire nation knows that his Bharat Jodo Yatra is completely refused by the nation, and the leaders who are who are giving slogans, Bharat Tere Tukde Honge, those leaders are there in his Bharat Jodo Yatra. So this is a completely drama. And just to hog limelight, he has been intentionally doing it. That may be number one. And number two, he doesn't know the history. So better he should go and read the history. Then only he can comment.
Yes. And, Mr. Kadam, like you're saying, I also heard the Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra yesterday, Mr. Fadnavis, talking about the kind of prolonged torture that Veer Savarkar had gone through, the songs of freedom and the suffering for 11 years. I've also visited the prison where, in fact, Veer Savarkar was. But I want to first, Mr. Kadam, go across and play out a reaction that's coming in from Ranjit Savarkar.
Rahul Gandhi is doing it time and again, and I think there is a political motive behind it. His Bharat Jodo Yatra is not working, and that's why, and I think he knows that if he makes some controversial statement about Savarkar, he is going to get publicity. So all this is doing for the publicity, and I think this is a very bad, because to gain the publicity, you should not malign the great freedom fighter.
So all this is a publicity stunt is what you're saying. So, sir, we have also learned that you have filed a complaint at the Shivaji Park police station. What have you mentioned in the complaint, sir?
See, definitely I have filed a complaint against him because he has categorically said that Savarkar is getting pension from the Britishers and he was working for the Britishers against the interest of Hindustan. And he has further said that Savarkar was a servant of British. So this is a gross defamation of Savarkar and will never accept it. Savarkar has never even apologized. There is no evidence to it. And time and again he is making false statement. So I think I have decided that he should be taught a lessons. So I filed a complaint in the other police, Shivaji Park police station, so that for the defamation of Veer Savarkar. And again there is a clause that is a defamation of our national idols. So that also should be made applicable here.
Leader Rahul Gandhi in demanding an apology from Rahul Gandhi over his comment on Veer Savarkar. Of course, we'll continue to get the latest inputs on that from the ground. But these are the visuals that we are seeing currently on our screens, where, of course, this is with the fact that the Yuva Morcha in Mumbai is protesting against the Congress leader Rahul Gandhi and demanding an apology from Rahul Gandhi over his comment on Veer Savarkar.